Hey everyone. Oh my god, I have my headphones on and I don't have my microphone on. Microphone, you can hear how much it changes what you hear when I have it on. Dun dun dun. Yeah? You see that? It probably went, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. Oh, I can hear you. Fantastic. Hi guys, my name's Laura Cameron-Stedman. Welcome to my video. Okay. Yes, I get sing-songy. Deal with it. Here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about being happy. This is the craziest thing about happiness. The craziest thing. I think it's so ironic. It's ridiculous the way we treat this subject. Okay, if you were to say what you want out of everything in the world, why do you want it? What do you want? What's the result of all the stuff that you want? And if you are into self-development and law of attraction and all that stuff like I am, the result that you want and what everybody wants, this is what everybody wants, is to be happy, right? Happiness, that is what you want. If only I had $1 million, I'd be happy. If only I was super fit, I'd be happy and had the body that I wanted. If only I was in a relationship that was fantastic, I'd be happy. If only I had the house that I want, I'd be happy. I'd be happy, I'd be happy, I'd be happy. All of these things about being happy. Yet, nobody actually does really want to be happy. Because, now, before you get all like, what? How do you feel about other people that are happy? If you might meet somebody who's really happy, who's like pretty like, who's like non-apologetically happy. Number one, you want to smash them in the face, usually, if you're not happy. Number two, you feel like there's maybe something wrong with them. Number three, well, I don't know if there's a number three, but those are two very, very good things. So why do you, and if somebody says, here's some ways to be happy, you're just like, you know, give them, in your mind, you're like somehow torturing them in some strange way. So we say all this stuff. We say, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. But you refuse to actually be happy. Like you don't, you could be happy right now. You could just be happy. And then what we say is, well, if you say, I should just be happy, what you're really saying is, I'm not going to get the stuff that I want, because in order to be happy, I have to get the stuff that I want. So if I'm happy right now, that means I'm not going to get the stuff that I want, which is bullshit, really. It has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. You could be happy with it or without it. It doesn't, being happy, I think being happy actually brings it to you sooner, to be honest with you, because you're vibrating at that frequency. You're vibrating at the frequency of the stuff that the things that you want to have in your life. Yeah? You have to imagine, would you be happy with that stuff? Would you be happy? And if you would be happy and you're not acting happy and you're not, it's not about acting happy. You aren't happy. What you're attracting is stuff that's going to, continue to bring you how you feel. It's all about feeling, And it's all internal. It's all internal. Everything is internal. You can choose to be happy. Even if people are douchebags, you can choose to be happy. It's your choice. And a lot of people do not like that. A lot of people do not like hearing that. And I'll tell you why you don't like hearing that. Here's why. Because you think that if somebody says to you, you can choose to be happy, and you haven't been, then it's your fault. That, which, if you don't know, that all you just have to do is choose to be happy. But I'm not going to make it wishy-washy. It is your choice. It's 100% your choice. Here is something that you can This happened to me last week. I was feeling okay. I wasn't feeling great. And I asked myself, what can I do right now to feel great? But instead of going, are you freaking kidding me, and being really defensive about that question, I just sat and waited. I just sat and went, no, really, what could I do right now to feel great? And I waited. And I was thinking about all the stuff that, you know, like things were going through my mind. And I was, you know, and I did do the defensive thing, like, you know, you just want to make me do blah, blah. Like, that's all external. And what that's based on is other people trying to make you like them. This isn't anybody trying to make you like them. This is you choosing to be happy, which you can. Has nothing to do with anybody else. Don't make it about anybody else. Rise above it. You can do that. You can rise above it, and you can say, what can I do right now to feel great? And I came up with a bunch of stuff. I did a whole bunch of stuff around the house. I fixed some stuff that needed fixing that hasn't been fixed in like 3 months, that both my husband and I just kind of look at and like, you know, you did that thing. And some stuff, like I took the luggage down that's been sitting in our lounge room for the last 2 months since we got back from our trip. And our storage locker is gross. It's not gross because we don't clean it. It's gross because we could clean it and the next day it'd be gross again, because it's open. Like, it's not open. It's got like a gate that comes down, but it's like air gets in there. And the garage door for our building is like slats, so air gets in there, and dirt and dust. And the leaf blower guy blows the leaves and the dirt and the crap and the shit from outside into the garage. And our storage space is like in the corner, so when he goes, all the stuff goes into our storage space. So every day, because we're home, my husband and I work weird times. We're not 9 to 5ers, so we're home a lot of the times during the day. Every day, the leaf blower guy is out there for like a good 2 hours every day, because we're trying to do stuff and read and things, and all you hear is, it's like the leaf blower guy. We're like, just stop it. Anyways, sometimes earplugs are necessary. Anyway, back onto my story. Did I mention I'm the tangent queen? Tangent queen. And so what was I talking about? I was talking about feeling great. So I actually pulled down, I got the luggage and I wrapped the hell out of it in plastic, and I made sure that no crap was going to get into it, and I brought it down into the gross, dirty storage locker, which I'm sure there's spiders down there and possibly cockroaches. Gross. And I live in Australia, so it's not like a daddy long legs. It's like spiders. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen them on YouTube. Okay. So I went down there, brought all that stuff down there. I did the dishes. I did the laundry. I wrote for 2 hours. I got a whole bunch of stuff done that I had been putting off for a really long time, and I got them done, and I had a little brownie. It was about that big, because I make brownies for my husband when he works overnights, and his are like that big, and then I get the like little sliver on the side. I make 4 for him, and then I get this strip and make that into 4, and then those are my serve size, so they're like this big. I had a little brownie. It was delicious. So here is the problem that I've been facing when I tell people about this thing. When I tell people, you can decide, you can say, ask yourself, what can I do right now to feel great? And I have been getting things like, fine, then I'm just going to eat a huge brownie. I'm just going to eat a frigging big thing of ice cream. How do you like that then? And I'm like, it's not about me telling you what to do. I'm not telling you what to do. And it's not about proving that I'm wrong. It's not about, and it's also not about doing something that in an hour after you've done it, it's going to make you feel like shit. This is where the problem lies. So the question shouldn't be, what can I do right now to make me feel better? Make me feel great. The other question is, when you're feeling shit, that's the other question. What can I do right now to make me feel better? But when you're feeling all right and you're just wanting to feel really freaking good, and then if you feel great and if you feel really good, that's when stuff comes through you. That's when like stuff That's when you get a lot done. That's when you have more energy. That's a fantastic place to be. That's why I really think this is great. A good idea to ask these questions. But where was I going with that? Tangent queen. Maybe I should say that every time. No, I won't say that every time. Never mind. So people have a problem with that question a lot because it's either fine, I'm going to eat all the stuff and I'm going to gain 20 pounds and I'm like, but that's not really the question. The question is, what can I do right now to feel great now and later? By the end of the day, what have I done during the day? Like, if I do something right now, a decision I make right now, when I'm going to bed tonight, how am I going to feel about that decision? How am I going to feel about what I've done during the day? So that is the question. What can I do right now to feel great for the whole day? When I go to bed, I'm going to lay my head down and I'm going to go, great day. Wow, I feel good. I did some really great stuff. I accomplished a lot. I feel like I took care of myself. I mean, that's the other thing. Food is such a huge deal when it comes to these kinds of, when that comes to that question. It's not just should I eat the brownie or not? It can also be things like, for example, I'm doing fasting right now. I'm doing intermittent fasting. And so when you think about that, when you think about doing something like that, or, I go to the gym every day. Well, I haven't been lately, but yeah, for the past 4 years, I have been going 6 days a week. And hit a plateau on weight loss and things like that. So I'm looking at new ways to do that. So I'm just experimenting with a few different things. So I'm doing fasting. So I'm doing the 16-8, which means you fast for 16 hours and then you have an 8-hour eating window. And so my 16 hours was up this morning at about 11:30-ish. So I went and got a coffee. Now, when I went to get a coffee, I go to this really cute little place, this little Italian place, and they're just lovely people, and the coffee's fantastic, so that's where I go. And so I went there, and on the way there, I mean, I haven't eaten for 16 hours, so I'm, getting a little bit hungry. And I was thinking, I'm going to get something from there. I'm going to get, maybe I'll get a bacon egg roll. Like, things like those kinds of things started in my head, and then I asked myself the question, what could I eat right now that would make me feel great? And I thought, a bacon egg roll will not make me feel great. I'll be like, I just went 16 hours fasting for health reasons, to make me feel better, to, lose a bit of body fat, but also to help with cell regeneration and things like that, and all the health benefits that come with it. I don't want to put sugar bomb, stuff into my body and, fat things. I did want healthy fats, which eggs are definitely one of those things, but thinking about, tomato sauce with sugar in it, and the probably white bread roll sugar, and the bacon, which is fat, but it's not very good, very good fat. So then I thought, well, maybe I'll see if they've got an avocado smash egg something there. That would be great. Would that make me feel great? I think that would make me feel better. That would make me feel better. I know that avocado has some good fats in it, and I know, maybe they'll have some vegetables to go on it, which would be great, because I want to put some really good nutrients in my body, and I know that putting good nutrients in my body will make me feel great. But then I got there and I was like, what am I talking about? On the way to get coffee. Now, I live about a block and a half away from the coffee shop that I go to. And where I live, there is everything. Like, everything you could ever want, I'm sure, is within like a 2-block radius from my house. So I passed by a bakery and I passed by a produce shop on my way to go get a coffee. Like, the produce shop and the bakery are on the same block as the coffee shop, which is halfway down the block. So it's like within a half a block, all the things that I would need to actually make my own avocado smash. So that's what I was like, what am I doing? I'll just go and I will order my coffee, and then I'll go buy avocado and some tomatoes or whatever I want. Some, I was going to get alfalfa sprouts, but they didn't have it, so I got rocket instead. But I was like, vegetables. I got vegetables on it. And then I went and got a little like multi-grain seedy bread roll. So I didn't get a big, huge loaf of bread, but I just got a little roll. It was like that big. And then, cut it in half when I got home. Had all the good stuff to go on it. It felt great because I was like, look at how much vegetables I've gotten. I've gotten a good fat with avocado. I've got tomatoes. I've got rocket. I've got seedy, whole grain bread. And that's great. I had a coffee. And I was really like, this is fantastic. I feel great. And I would have had a bacon egg roll and felt crappy after it. So that's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, I just went through a terrible situation and you're trying to make me change the way I feel and make me feel great. That's not what I'm talking about. When you're making decisions, when you're getting dressed in the morning, when you're getting dressed is a perfect opportunity to do that, right? And the reason that we don't do this, the reason that we don't say, what can I do right now to make me feel great? What can I wear right now to make me feel great? Is because we are too worried about what other people think. Now, that happens in two different ways. We're worried about like pleasing them, or we're worried about spiting them. So either somebody says to you, can you hear the birds? We've got two birds that hang out. So we feed them grapes. Anyways, so you're either worried about pleasing people, or you're worried about, or you're like, you want me to wear this? I'm going to wear something totally different. And it's also a lot of women have this thing where they're like, I'm just going to wear sweatpants and you better deal with it. But it's not like, some people, I'm not talking about like wearing sweatpants is a bad thing. I wear sweatpants sometimes too. What I'm talking about it though is not making it about somebody else, not making it about how they're going to make you feel. And I do that too. I totally get it. I'm just like, if you can actually start asking this question, it's for your benefit. It's not about the other person. Who gives a shit if they approve of what you're wearing? Even if they approve of what you're wearing, if it makes you feel good. That's such a strange concept. Here's what we do though. We don't make decisions about what we want to wear based on how it'll make us feel. We base these decisions on other people and how we want to prove them wrong or prove them right or prove them something, but it's all external. It's all based on other people. So try this. Just on the, not the things that are crazy and you need a therapist for. I'm not talking about that stuff. Start off small. Start off with, what can I put on right now that'll make me feel great? And whatever it is that you have in your, in your closet and in your, your dresser, make it appropriate. I mean, you're not going to wear a ball gown to work, but even if you're wandering around the house though, even if you're, just making dinner or something like that, put on something that in that situation makes you feel great. Not my husband will think I look hot in this and that'll make me feel good because he thinks I look good. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about external. I'm not talking about making it somebody else's responsibility to judge you positively. I'm saying you do it. When you put it on, you feel great. When you wear it, you feel great. When you make that food decision, you feel great. When what am I going to do with my day? How do I want to feel at the end of the day? What is the result that I want at the end of the day? When I lay down at the end of the day, when I look back on my day, how do I feel about the decisions I've made? How do I feel about, what's happened during the day? That's what it's about. And even when you're having dealings with other people, even if they're being douchebags, take a step back and go, what can I do right now to make me feel great? And do that. Now, sorry, I don't want you to take this as Laura said do what makes me feel great, and I feel like punching somebody in the face, or I feel like telling my boss off, or I feel like, I mean, those are at the moment things. I want you to think about the result of those things later. Seriously, the result of those things later. How would you feel if you told your boss off and you got fired? How would you feel at the end of the day? How would you feel if you punched the guy in the head and you got arrested and put in jail? How would that feel? Like, you're actually going through, what are the results of the things that I'm having, you know, that I'm making decisions on, and how is that going to make me feel at the end of the day? And when you're shopping, you need to do that too. If you're buying something just because it's on sale and you put it on and you're just like, meh, don't buy it. Don't buy it. You want things that you can pull out when you say, what can I wear right now that's going to make me feel great? You want to have actually a selection of stuff that will make you feel great. And you don't have to spend a ton of money. This shirt, I have a couple of them. I have the opposite of it. Like, I've got the white with the navy, and then I got the navy with the white stripes. Because I like stripy shirts. Anyways, I like a little bit of a French feel. I've actually got a little, I'll pull it, I don't know if you can see it. It's a little pleated midi skirt on as well. We went to France and I quite enjoyed that look. Sort of a midi skirt and a little sweatery top. I like it. Makes me feel great. They came from a very exclusive boutique. That's what I tell people to say. But anyways, they didn't. They were from H&M for $19 each, $20 each. I love H&M. I love it. So, and I love other places because I'm petite, and so I need to try things on a lot. I actually buy kids' clothes from there. I buy boys' sweaters sometimes. Sometimes. They're a little bit short on me sometimes, but that's okay. I like it. But when you're buying things for yourself, if they don't make you feel great, just don't. Just don't. You should never have things that you wear on a continuous basis, that you wear regularly, that don't make you feel great, that don't make you happy, that don't give you a lift, you know, that don't make you go, yes. Figure out what it is, how you want to feel. Because when I say great, you might want to feel, I like sort of like French kind of ballerina kind of feeling. That makes me feel great. Somebody else might really enjoy looking really sexy, or somebody else might love power suits and that makes them feel great. So choose what your thing is. Don't let anybody else tell you what it should be. And even other people that are like, I love it when you wear sexy things. If you don't feel sexy wearing it, then don't put it on. If you're like, that's nice, I'm glad you like that when I wear clothes that my bum cheeks hang up from the bottom, I'm glad you like it, and you feel uncomfortable in it, don't put it on. Don't buy it, nothing. Just wear stuff that makes you feel great, that you get a lift from, that you feel powerful in, that you feel creative in, that you feel amazing in. That's what you should do. All right. I hope you enjoyed this lovely little video, and I hope to see you again real soon. My name's Laura Cameron-Stedman. Come and see me on my website, lauracameronstedman.com, and look out for the new book that's coming out soon. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.